If you ever wondered what Cabernet Sauvignon tastes like, listen to me, because in the next few minutes I will give you an opportunity to learn more about the sensory qualities of Cabernet Sauvignon. Where do these aromas, taste, and mouthfeel come from, so that you can really deepen your understanding and appreciation of these vital wines. I'm just putting the final touches on my sensory class that I will be hosting next week, June the 10th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And I want to give you a peek behind the scenes so that you know what I have in store for you. If we haven't met, I'm Isabelle Lesschaeve. I'm your wine tasting coach. I'm a sensory scientist who has put her passion into training wine students and professionals to develop their palates, your palate, through sensory practices. Let me show you what you will experience in this class next week. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let's start by the objectives. What are the objectives of this sensory class that I'm inviting you to? The first objective is to help you decode the sensory perceptions whenever you taste a Cabernet Sauvignon wine. We will explore the flavor's origin and how they translate into the wine glass. We will also talk about what's really inside the bottle and what the label gives you as an indication. I will give you practical framework to really navigate the regional and regulation clues so that you can shop more wisely for this type of wine. And finally, the last part of the class will be to give you all the practical details so that you can start your sensory practice at home to develop your palate for specific sensory attributes for Cabernet Sauvignon. Because really the goal of this class is to start the monthly sensory training that I'm hosting inside the Curious Palates community. The goal is to learn about a wine style through sensory training, not from reading a lot in a textbook, but getting enough of base information to start with. That's the live class. But after that, develop your palate, focusing on specific sensory attributes to learn to identify those perceptions in the wine. So during the class and during the training, I will give you perspective and directions so that you can awaken your senses and train your brain to identify those typical aromas and taste and mouthfeel of Cabernet Sauvignon. You will also be able to evaluate Cabernet Sauvignon based on what you sense, not based on all the list of attributes that you have learned, that they should be there. No, we are training your palate to be receptive and to identify those aroma, taste, and mouthfeel attributes with confidence. And that's the different approach from the traditional certification curriculum. By the end of the class, you will have this summary, the sensory architecture of Cabernet Sauvignon. You will have a better understanding of what is coming from the grape characteristics and what are the influences made by external factors such as climate, winemaking, and age. I will also give you, the outline on how to train your palate in the coming weeks. And I will give more information during the class of what it entails. And in the community, every week, we will discuss what's the purpose of each week and how to implement the sensory practice each week. If you are a wine student or a wine professional and you really want to get a deeper understanding of those factors influencing the sensory qualities of Cabernet Sauvignon, if you want to go deeper into the flavor chemistry, into the viticulture practices, the climate and all the phenomenon that happen during winemaking and aging, so that you can really connect the dots between perceptions and the technical knowledge, I really recommend that you select the sensory architecture report when you register for the class. How to register for the class? Well, here's the link. It's link.innovinum.com/Cabernet-Sauv-class, but you will have all the information below this video. And let me show you what it looks like. So after clicking on the link, you arrive at this page, and all you have to do is click here, book my spot, and you enter your email address. I have already an account, so I have to enter my password, but if you don't have an account, you don't need to do that. And here we are. So congratulations, now you're registered. You are going to receive a confirmation email as well with a personalized link that will directly to the class online when it is time to join. You have also an opportunity to acquire a copy of the recording and the handout of all the materials I will share during the class here. And as I mentioned as well, you have also the option to add on the Century Architecture report, which I strongly recommend if you are a wine student or wine professional willing to get deeper into the topic. As I mentioned, this class and the monthly training that follows this class are hosted within the Curious Palates community. And if you're not a member yet, you are welcome to join us at any time. And with that, I hope you are able to come on Wednesday, June the 10th, to attend the Cabernet Sauvignon class. I gave you an overview of what is going to happen. I have a few surprises for you, so I can't divulge too much. But if you have any questions, feel free to put them below the video, and I will do my best to get back to you. Thank you, and see you soon.